Let's go. Here we are. The Blue Tea Podcast, Matthew. We made it.
We did, finally. New year.
New year, 2025, launching the Blue Tea Podcast. Something we've talked about for a little while, like over a year, I guess, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, we've definitely thought of the idea of it for a while, but we never actually considered really doing it, I don't think, until kind of recently, like a couple months or so. But yeah, I'm excited to do this. It'll be fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Me too. So, obviously we're father, son. We both love golf. We both love playing golf, watching golf, just competing in various ways. So, as the dad, I feel blessed that able to play with Matthew as often as I can. And, we're at an interesting spot in our lives, right? You're 19 years old? I guess I should know that.
Yep. Yeah.
So, in a good spot, you're, up and coming golf career, and we're relatively close. I mean, Matthew's definitely better than I am, but we're close enough that it's fun that when we get out and play, it's a competitive round of golf.
Yeah, definitely. We're at a point where I think I hit the ball better than you do, but we still can score very similar, and we're still competitive. We don't really need to give strokes to either one, and we play from the same tee, so we're at a really good spot right here.
Yeah, well, I definitely need strokes. That was kind of you to say, Matthew, but I think in most cases I need some strokes. So we think this is a pretty relatable. A lot of people get to play golf with their kids. Like I said, we're in this interesting stage. Matthew's not super young. He's not a beginner. Been playing golf for how long, Matthew?
Since about 7th grade, so 7 years now or so. Yeah, but really haven't played consistently for about 4 years now.
Kind of high school age and beyond.
Yeah. Yep.
So we're relatively close. It's a good spot in our lives, and I just hope that this is interesting or relatable to people that get to play golf with their kids. And like I said, we definitely enjoy it and get to play a fair amount of golf as well. So. Another thing that kind of a theme of this podcast that I definitely want to feature is me personally with my group of friends, back from even younger than what Matthew is now. I've been blessed with this good group of guys growing up in Colorado. Some of these guys I've met literally in elementary school, junior high, high school, college. We're all still super close, and we play golf at least once a year in a annual competition style, usually in the month of August. And so we call it the Fellas Cup now. And so we're going to spend a fair amount of time on this podcast kind of talking through the history of the Fellas Cup, introducing you to some of these guys that are my good friends, and Matthew's gotten to know them as well. And leading up to this August when we have our annual golf tournament. So I personally have a interesting history in the Fellas Cup, some highs and a lot of lows, but it's been super fun. So as we move along, we'll spend a lot of time talking about kind of my competitive opportunity. Kind of my biggest competition of the year is that annual August trip with these guys.
Mm-hmm.
So Matthew, let's talk a little bit more before we talk about the goals of what we're hoping to get out of this podcast. Say a little bit more about your golf career, playing in high school, and how good are you? Where are you at right now?
I've been playing for about 7 years now, and I played all throughout high school. I went to a small private school, and we had a fairly good golf team. The schools around us really just didn't had a really bad golf team, and we just had a good golf team, and so we kind of just ran through everyone playing in high school. But I was never very good in high school. I was probably about a bogey golfer pretty much throughout my entire high school career.
A little better than that.
Yeah. But I really made some jumps my senior year, 2 years ago now, where I was shooting, I could shoot in the 70s some, finally broke 80. Never really kind of got close to par necessarily, but could put up decent scores. But last year was my best golf season ever. I finally broke par for the first time, and I just started playing a lot better, hitting the ball far, good consistent golf.
You've, like I said, you've been on a pretty good improvement trajectory, and
Yeah.
yeah, the last year or two, definitely doing well. So, and you're a college student. Tell us where you're at and what year.
I'm at the Kennesaw State University, and I'm a sophomore in college.
Few years left in college, and guess we should mention we're here in Georgia, in Marietta, just outside of Atlanta.
Yeah.
So Kennesaw State is just up the road, and again, it gives us an opportunity for us to play a lot of golf together. We'll get into in the next episode of the Blue Tee podcast. We'll get into our goals and kind of aspirations for handicaps and things like that. So
Yeah.
you're what, about a two or three handicap?
That's what my GIN says, but I'm probably more like a 5 or 6 right now. I'm not too good about putting in my scores. That's one of my goals, should be at least. But yeah, I haven't put one in since middle of summer when I was probably playing my best golf. So right now I'm probably sitting about an 8 in the middle of January, but hopefully we can get that down to at least.
I don't know about that. I am an 8, and I'm a legit 8 because I do put in all my scores.
All right.
But yeah, I'd say you're probably a 3 or 4. We'll get into kind of the history. I was better early in the year, into the year as an 8, but that, again, like you were saying, that gives us an opportunity to play pretty competitive rounds. And another part about this podcast, I think it'll feel like a love letter to our home club, Dogwood, our beloved Dogwood. We love it. We're actually going to show some footage today of our first filming effort from Dogwood. That's where we play 98% of our rounds and have a good time. And we play from the Blue Tee, so hence the name. If I'm sure everybody was wondering what that was all about. So, all right. So speaking of the Blue Tee podcast, some goals or what we're hoping to get out of it. We've talked a little bit about that already in terms of kind of sharing our personal father-son connection through golf, our competitions. We do have some pretty significant competitions at Dogwood, together that I know we certainly enjoy playing, member, and the club championships, et cetera, right?
Yeah, definitely. Those are some of my favorite times of the year. I love being competitive at Dogwood. Those days are always just so fun.
We're thinking with our schedules and ability to record and publish, maybe like on a bi-weekly schedule, which is not twice a week, but every 2 weeks. So maybe like 2 or 3 times a month, we'll put out some episodes. As I mentioned, a lot of it will be leading up to the Fellas Cup in August. Hope to have some of my friends on as guests, hear from them, their story with golf and our friendships, et cetera. Should be a lot of fun. And then the format is this, right? It's going to be us on screen. We're going to try to take some footage from the course. We're about to review our very first effort at filming. And we're calling it a podcast, but I guess it's a YouTube channel, right? We're starting out with that. We'll publish it as a podcast as well, but it may end up being more of a visual than an audio medium.
Yeah, definitely. I think I always liked watching people play golf, and I think that will be more fun than just us talking about our rounds and actually being able to show you and stuff. I think that will be fun to do. So, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. So with that, let's go into our first effort. We filmed at the end of December, so we'll give it some live commentary as it runs.
Good in flight, right to left, uphill. You don't think I'm making?
I don't think
Always
I'm making
good mental to have over a putt.
That is not a strong effort.
Tough love right out of the gate, hole 1.
Yeah.
All right, this was this is hole number 5. This is us filming an entire hole of both of our efforts.
Piped
Pretty
right
good
down
for
the
me.
middle.
Yeah, it's funny. It sounds like whiffs.
The
Righty.
nemesis hole here.
Not necessarily. That's some of my better drives of my career in this hole.
Number 5 at Dogwood.
One of my favorites. Maybe it's my favorite.
Nice
up there.
job,
Good
Matthew.
vibes.
I try to put it into negative thought, and you tell me it's your favorite hole. I love it. Four right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Not great.
Oh,
No.
Oh, there it is.
just hit something.
Yeah, we
a
heard
nice
it bang
little
off the
knock
tree.
at the
There's
at the end of that
shot.
one.
Number 5.
A little bit of a layup. 6-iron. Draw it around my tree over there. Or just hit it slappy straight.
Pretty good though.
It's fun.
Not bad.
All right, I'm hitting pause on this just to shout out. So we'll do a lot of coverage from Dogwood. Dogwood in the winter, December, January, not its best, right? It's wet. It's dormant. It's soggy. So
Yeah.
a lot better coverage from Dogwood. But this is what it is in the off season.
Yeah. Definitely.
Incoming ball. We're in the fire range. All right, Matthew's second shot. 230 to the front. Out of the trees into the wet fairway. Little sloppy.
Yeah.
A little chunky there.
Not a great golf shot.
Super wet. Third shot into par 5.
The filming of the golf swing is tough. The hunchback, not loving it.
You get out of the dirt. Hold it. It's my move.
It's
Not a bad
weird.
shot though.
Horrible.
No, not bad.
74 yards. Gonna try to get up to the air. I haven't been getting them up in the air today. Pretty good.
Look at that zoom.
Great camera work.
Phenomenal golf shot.
Great golf shot. Great camera work. All the above.
Birdie putt. Long ways away. Honestly, not quite sure which way it's going to break.
We really need
I
to
love-
work on our mental games over these putts. The
Yeah,
self-talk.
I love the fact that I'm not sure what's going to break. You look at this, it's like clearly left to right.
Yeah.
A little bit of steam. Matthew hadn't repaired his ball mark. Classless.
Yeah.
All right, this is usually a gimme.
Taking a
on me.
shot at me.
Never a doubt.
It's classic. And
Happy
you
for
could have
the
put,
bird.
I would put $100. That's where he's going to miss that putt.
That's mean.
Pure.
Let's go.
Birdie.
Give it a celebration
is,
of the gallery right there.
All right, number 6, little par 3, 105 yards. White Tee podcast. We're too lazy to walk up the hill.
Oh, be good.
Zoom.
Oh,
Let's go.
so close.
Just not off the green.
You almost made it. I think.
Yeah. That was
Holy
close.
crap. Big
Yeah,
guy
it
did
was.
great with the,
That one
framework.
definitely got the heartbeat
Round
up.
of 2024 comes to a close here at Dogwood Golf Club with a less than bold effort
Great putt there.
by Mr. Matthew Schaefer. Heck of a par, though.
Love the handshake.
Yeah.
Enjoyed it.
Me too. That's fine. Good year.
On to 2025. Let's go, Blue Tee Podcast.
There it is.
Yep.
All right. What do you grade our camera work, our editing work, our audio? What do you think, Matthew?
I think we can definitely get better all around. Like, completely. For a first time, I don't think it was that bad. It wasn't
No.
great, but it wasn't that bad. But I think we could definitely get a lot better in every aspect of it.
Yeah, I had the little lavalier microphones, which helped. We were filming with my iPhone. So trying to figure out how to use those with a little nicer camera in future. So we'll get that figured out. But yeah, that was fun. I think we both were a little self-conscious about having the microphones on, even though we didn't really see anybody, right?
Yeah. Yeah, just like you don't want to. I mean, it was still kind of busy that day, but like
It was.
Yeah, it's like I'm just walking around with a microphone on my hat, and I'm worried about like what people are thinking. Like, who's this guy filming? And I just throw in like 30 yards right or something. It's like, why are they filming this guy? But
that's right. That's a good reminder. It was busy, so we were like self-conscious about like let's keep it moving. But yeah, and we may hire out your sister to do some filming in the future. I know Maggie's excited about going out to Dogwood to
excited
be our camera person. Yeah.
I think we'll have to drag her out there.
A lot to improve on. I agree. Editing, I've just kind of putting this together, kind of figuring stuff out, but it was a lot of fun to give it a try. So looking forward to more footage from the course. So speaking of footage, Santa was kind enough to bring me, and ultimately me and Matthew, the stack system. So a lot of people who are into golf have been listening golf podcasts like this one are probably familiar with the stack. It's a speed training device. Basically a shaft that you put weights on. So right off the bat, we want to thank our future sponsor, the Stack. I'm sure when the Blue Tee podcast blows up, they'll be
excited for it.
They'll be lining up to appreciate
throw money
this
at
footage.
us and
Exactly. We've been able to do the baseline, which we're about to show a little bit of footage from that, and then a couple sessions that Matthew and I have been able to do. So let's go to footage and we'll talk along.
Definitely.
Oh, look at that.
It's hard not to be self-conscious.
Athletic.
Tell them what you're doing.
All right, so I did the warm-up like 30 minutes ago because we've been trying to get all this set up, so I'm not warm
need to
anymore.
pan that camera a little bit higher. I'm a tall guy.
Sure do.
In terms of some of these movements, which I can't really remember all of them, but there were several that were painful to watch. What was some of the more
this is
dynamic
the backyard,
stretches,
by the way.
like this guy.
Reminds you of Augusta.
Oh no, I'm supposed to go like,
There you go.
It actually got me like super warmed up, but it was just embarrassing because I'm so uncoordinated.
Oh, I need to go full screen. Sorry.
That's enough of the warm up. I'm so freaking warm.
Rookie.
Let's see if it'll record me.
It's so freaking warm. It was a great comment. Speed.
66.
Oh,
that's
impossible. How is that possible?
I've seen you play. Does it help if it's a little bit up?
that's a shot.
Maybe. We will learn.
Yeah, it was tough finding the place to put the radar
94. Okay.
to get it good. That was better. 94.
I'll edit that. I believe I can do that. One of my many YouTube videos that I watch. Oh wait, I'm supposed to rest. It's telling me to rest. Yeah, better.
Good. What'd you get?
97.
Oh, faster.
97. Okay.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I immediately hit
what my baseline
YouTube
was.
Yeah.
for how to fix the sway.
the name.
I saw a few of these swings. Your boy likes to sway.
99.
Working close.
Last one with the driver.
Close to triple digits.
Then I have to
Digits here.
7 sets of 5 or 7 sets of 4 after this with the stat.
Okay.
Ooh.
118.
That's more like it.
Yeah.
Swing 3 was 115.
I'm pressing faster, it gets slower.
Interesting.
Swing faster, it gets slower.
What's your baseline?
I think I'm supposed to swing as hard as I can.
I know, but don't want to get too good of grades early on.
That's slow.
9 was 115.
Wow. You can feel that.
Yeah. I didn't get laggy.
So what's your fastest in this round?
120.
Ooh, boy.
Pretty good.
Wow, look at the vibes in the backyard here at Schaefer Manor. Dogs frolicking in the background, December sky. Matthew Schaefer swinging the stack.
Artistic.
It's gorgeous.
Swing 1 was 102. E-speed is 112. Distance potential is 312.
Not bad.
Not bad.
Get that up higher.
I like the little whistle.
Yeah, me too.
Count us down.
I'm gonna give it a go here.
Swing 3 was 105. E-speed is 115. Distance potential is 322.
Yeah, must be nice.
Yeah. Hey,
Take
this will
it.
be you.
Yeah.
6 months. Gonna be out here.
That ends our stack session. First time.
Yeah.
How'd it go?
It's fun. It was harder than I thought, but yeah, I feel like I can get faster with it, definitely.
Yeah.
I think you're gonna improve more than I am, but
Yeah, I got much more higher ceiling.
yeah.
For sure. You're starting out pretty darn fast. So yeah, we ran into some issues like figuring out how I think it was like getting intercepted by all this crap on the ground and wasn't reading 100%, but it got better. We sorted it out. So success.
Yep.
Onward. What's our sign off?
No, no.
Keep stacking. Keep whatever.
Keep TM.
keep teeth.
Thanks
There
to
it
our
is.
future sponsor.
Yeah.
Look forward to working with those guys. They're great
100%.
guys, I hear.
Yeah.
Keep teeing. That's the sign off. Yeah, we got to work
Love
on our
it.
sign off. Little Freddie cameo there. I'm not sure if we saw Ozzy, the other dog. That was the baseline training, just initially setting up, as the name implies, just what your baseline speeds are. And then you go into this every 3 or 4 days. It puts you through a system of swinging different weights. So we're going to talk through a few of our results from those first couple. We'll throw these numbers up on the screen. So I pulled mine up first. So yeah, this is just after the first few, I guess, two of 18 sessions of these quote foundation. So the number I guess that we're looking at is the driver E speed. That's what your swing speed with the stack would equate to if you're swinging a driver. The stack is obviously a little bit shorter than a driver, so it does the math, and that's like, okay, that's what you would get it out to. So you saw in that baseline video with my actual driver, I was swinging like 97, 98. So that's where I am with
Pretty
the stack.
close.
So yeah, pretty close. Distance potential, I think that's a little generous.
Yeah, it's definitely generous on mine too. Like, yeah, I think it could also just be like altitude and things like that. Maybe they've calculated and stuff, but yeah, it's definitely a little bit generous.
Yeah, for sure. And just as a baseline, like my actual golf game, I average about 240, 245 with the driver. Because I am tracking that with Arcos, another future sponsor. We'll hear more from them. Okay, so this was my first 2 sessions, and you can see my first session 1, I was at 99, which is basically where I started, and then second session, not as fast. So as we build these up, we'll kind of see how they go going forward. Let's look at Matthew. So there's your numbers so far.
Yeah, pretty good. I feel like the weird thing is though, it's like in the video, I mean, I think I averaged 115, so a little bit faster. But like, I guess that's potential for distance, but yeah, I have to really hit a nice long draw to get 315 pretty much anywhere. But yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it's definitely generous.
And you've been pretty consistent. So where I started out somewhat fast, or at least as fast as my baseline, I dropped off session 2. You've maintained it, so that's awesome.
Yeah, definitely. I felt good last session. I was really going after it.
I think we've got. I think we're supposed to do it tomorrow, maybe.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a little chilly here in Georgia, so
see what tomorrow's looking like.
We don't have a indoor space or simulator to swing the stacks, so it could get
3:00. We got a high of 41 that we can go do it in.
Yeah. Well, I'll
So
be
we'll
at
have
work.
to go
so
for. Okay. I'll do it at 3:00 tomorrow.
yeah,
I need to
after
keep
work.
that score up.
That grit score, exactly. So awesome. So yeah, looking forward to doing the stack. As I think about my personal golf game and where I could get better, like some extra yardage off the tee, especially, which would come with a little bit more speed. There's about 3 holes or so out at Dogwood, number 11,
Yeah,
9 and
carry.
18. A little bit of extra carry, another 15 yards of carry would like just ease my mind on so many of those holes. So that's the hope. That's the hope. Yeah, that's pretty much it. We're going to reserve some time in future episodes for Matthew's hot sports takes. I know you got a lot of stuff you want to get off your chest.
I do.
College football, playoffs and all that.
Anger and so many different things towards these sports teams.
Yeah, exactly. You got a lot to get off your chest, but it's something to look forward to on future episodes. And speaking of future episodes, our next one in a couple weeks, we're going to go through our golf goals, both looking back at 2024 and here as we're in early January 2025, set some goals for our upcoming seasons, and personally probably around swing speeds and things like that. So looking forward to talking through that.
Yep, I'm excited.
All right, Matthew, anything else? Any how first episode of the Blue Tee podcast treat you?
Think it went great. Think like the filming we can improve, but yeah, I think it went well.
Some improvement. We're going to improve our backgrounds. I'm over here in like the guest room with it's so funny. I watch so many YouTube videos about podcasting and video setup, and I think I've like broken every single rule they said in terms of lighting and the room itself and everything. But we'll get it figured out. We'll get a little studio set up where we can hopefully be in the same space and talk. So we'll get better as we go. Okay, Matthew, good first episode. I guess we're supposed to tell people what to like and subscribe and comment and all that stuff.
Tell a friend, tell a neighbor.
We're launching on all the socials. We're at the Blue Tee Pod on Twitter /X and Instagram and everything, getting those fired up, YouTube, etc. So we'll see you out there. Keep teeing. See you at the
Blue Tee. Boom.
See you at the Blue Tee. All right, peace.